Welcome back to another piece of content. This is the retention lifestyle, and we're going to be discussing corn addiction. Now, I want to get into the basics of what corn addiction is. We talk about as men, we our problems, our struggles with adult film content, and our excessive use of it. And a lot of men, including myself, we have a history with using adult film content to gain pleasure. But in the long term, it's caused a lot of problems, right? And you can look this up. The statistics, the research that you find online, it will give you the information, right? You just have to find it. So let me just get into the basis of what this addiction is. What is corn addiction? In theory, corn addiction refers to a situation where a person cannot stop viewing corn, even if they want to stop. You see, because their mind and body will push them towards consuming more and more pornography. Enough will never be enough, and you'll never know your limits, right? Even if you're tired of watching it and you're not really getting off to it, there's that demon inside of you that feeds off of your lust, that's pushing you to keep on watching more adult film. You know what I'm saying? It's a behavioral form of addiction that is characterized by the need to watch it constantly. You see, the individual here gets to get so involved in it that they become emotionally and physically dependent on it, to the point that it even starts to interfere in their daily life and relationships. This pretty much can stop you from reaching your fullest potential. You know, if you're married, this can ruin your marriage. It's happened before. However, despite the growing cases of, corn addiction all over the world, the addiction is yet to be officially recognized as a disorder by, a psychiatric associations all over the world. But that does not mean it is not a legitimate problem. The uncontrollable compulsion to view porn can be just as harmful as any other behavioral addiction like gambling, shopping, smoking, drinking, taking drugs, etc., even having an eating disorder. Those are all forms of addiction and behavioral problems. So when a person is addicted to something, it not only affects their own lives, but also the lives of the people around them. Some major side effects of porn addiction include depression, anxiety disorders, low confidence, low libido, mental fatigue, and the higher chances of, infidelity taking place within a relationship, erectile dysfunction, chronic loneliness. And this is a very important one, the inability to form meaningful relationships in the future. You know, those are just a few. The list can go on and on and on and on. So people from all over the world They came forward with their stories of how corn has negatively impacted their lives and relationships. And it's not just men, it's women too. Women happen to struggle with adult film as well. It's just not as much as guys seem to be struggling with it, right? There's a lot more men struggling than there is women. And this is not surprising, when you take into account, the traffic that porn websites receive every day. And it says in 2019, a popular corn streaming website, the Corn Hub, right, announced that over announced that it had over 42 billion visits. 42 billion visits. That's dude, that's wild. That's insane to think about. Think about that number. 42 billion. That is damn well near like the majority of the population, my guy. 42 billion visits. It's incredible. Incredible. That's almost 115 million views in just one day. Keep in mind now that was just one website, right? You look at Pornhub, that's one website. Think about all the other hundreds of websites, you know, that's being viewed or being visited every day. And the whole purpose is to look at corn, right? So when it comes to the corn addiction, it's very harmless, right? For a man to view that type of content, it's not safe. It's not safe for children to view. Never. There's a lot of pitfalls when it comes to being engaged in that content. And you may think for right now it won't affect you, but the more times you view, the more time your lust intensifies. I'm telling you, bro, it's going to be very hard to quit. And I'm speaking from experience because I've quit and I went back to the addiction. I quit, went back to the addiction. I'm at a point now where I am 2 months, right? 2 months sober from corn. I officially quit it by the end of February. We're now in May. So for me this time around, I'm looking to quit entirely. There's no going back. There's no visiting those sites. It's over. It's time to kill that demon inside that still is feeding off of your lust. And you have to go to the Most High and seek for deliverance at the end of the day. So just understand, if you're a man or woman that is looking to quit porn, you're struggling with it, you need to take the time to evaluate what you want out of life. Not just what you want, but where you're at in life. And really sit down with yourself and question, why are you so addicted to this? Get to the root cause of why you are addicted to porn. I can't tell you to quit. Hundreds of other people can't tell you to quit. It's really up to you to quit. It's up to you to put in the work. to go through the fire in order to gain deliverance, because there's probably something deeper inside that's rooted inside of you that you're not discovering, that was the cause of your addiction in the first place. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Make sure y'all like the video for the algorithm. Thank y'all for watching, for listening. Um, Share this video for anyone that needs to hear. And with that being said, this is a Retention Lifestyle Warrior of Christ, and I'm out. Peace.